The SuperThwak Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the SuperThwak Podcast. This is episode 77. We're getting closer to 80, which means we're getting closer to 100, which means we're getting closer to 200.
Which mees we're getting closer to 1,000.
Yeah. So, episode 77. We don't particularly have... I mean, we talk about some news, technically, but it's a little different today. We kind of just had a nice conversation and let it flow to where it went.
Yes. I definitely had fun. And we'll probably throw these in a little bit more often here and there. We're going to obviously have a couple of landmark episodes, like 100th episode. We're going to figure out something special for that.
Yeah.
And if we keep on the consistency train that we've been in, barring our 1 week so far this year, we will hit 100 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Before the end of the year.
Yeah.
What, 23 weeks?
Yep. So we'll be there.
That's wild.
We'll be there.
So please enjoy the podcast. It's just a fun bit of coming and going.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's
Right.
the name of the episode.
Yeah!
Coming and going. How should I spell it?
I was going to ask you, just do C-U-M.
C-U-M?
Do C-U-M.
I don't know if I can put myself to do it.
You could just put cumin and just pretend you're talking about an herb or a spice. We'll see you guys in a minute. That's not a band anymore, right?
Damian!
The
Puddle of Mud?
Yeah.
They are still a band, I think. What was their biggest song?
Actually, that's debatable.
She fucking hates me!
That and Psycho. That and Psycho.
Which one's Psycho?
It's maybe I'm the one.
Okay, well, I just assume, people like you and yours listens to Puddle of Mud.
I listened to 2 songs by Psycho, and those are the only 2. By Puddle of Mud, sorry.
Do you ever listen to Buck Cherry?
Harry, you're crazy bitch.
You're crazy, bitch, but you. Yeah.
That and Sorry. Those are the only 2 songs I think I know by them,
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Nope, not that one.
Because I'm missing more than just your money.
They have more songs that are famous than those 2, right?
I'm going to go through it. Not a whole lot. I just want to go through the top 5 songs.
Okay.
Because usually that gives you the whole outlook.
Okay.
Crazy B Word is the first one.
Crazy bitch.
Lit Up is the second.
Never heard it.
Let's play a few seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, like you said.
Yeah.
Their next big one is Say Fuck It.
Nope. No, thank you.
Nope. And then the number 5 song in their shit is Highway Star.
Nope.
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 I
know more songs by what's another band that was prevalent right around the time? 3 Days Grace.
Oh, God. Every time I hear 3 Days Grace, I think of SmackDown versus Raw 07.
Oh,
They had a couple songs on that.
Let's
start a riot.
Yeah, that was the big one.
There was another one, too, that they had on there, I thought.
I don't know, because it was right around this time they came out that fucking Pain song. And that was all over MTV and MTV2.
And Fuse.
Yeah.
I
loved Fuse. Fuse was way better.
I used to like that song because of the video. Yeah. Because I saw it so much. It was
I did too. And then my sister got a hold of it and she outplayed it. And I was like, no more. Yeah. It was awful.
Fuse was big for me.
My favorite thing about Fuse was Pants Off, Dance Off.
Pants Off, Dance Off was funny. Fuse was, I remember it was in 6th grade. Was it 6th grade?
Probably.
Yeah, 6th grade. They premiered the video for What I've Done by Linkin Park for the first time. Oh, yeah. And I remember watching that before school. I was like, oh, shit.
That's where I got all of my music videos. Because MTV really started going away from music videos. I mean, dude, now you literally, they have a classic MTV channel dedicated to just music. Because they avoid playing music at all costs on that fucking channel.
Dumb. It's really dumb. Because it's basically reality TV. But yeah, Fuse, they had all the good shit. Every band that I listened to back then was because of Fuse, mainly.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree on that. I also liked the show they had. It was about bad tattoos. About getting band name tattoos on you and then the band breaks up.
They had Steven's Untitled Rock Show.
Yep,
was one of the main ones I watched.
That one was good.
Yeah, there's so much good shit.
That was like
there.
one of my favorite channels growing up, just in general, just because like it felt like an alternative to MTV, which MTV and VH1 very quickly became like list shows and reality TV.
Yeah,
and like at least it felt like it was almost like its own brand where it wasn't like. I don't know. It felt kind of punk rocky, even though they wouldn't always just play punk rock.
Yeah,
like it felt like a middle finger to like corporate music television.
Mm-hmm.
So,
even though all the bands back then who were against the man are for the man now, more than likely.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
like hardcore.
Yeah, so
they want to take away people's rights because they don't have vaccines.
Yeah, so I'm like, you become the villain essentially. But the other channel that I watched back then, along with Fuse, was G4.
So I never watched G4.
Really?
I watched it a couple times, but not religiously.
X-Play and Attack of the Show,
just watched it for Olivia Munn.
Well, that I did back then, yeah. I was like in love with Olivia Munn. But X-Play I watched because of the actual video games.
I fell in love with Olivia Munn much later.
Really?
I hated X-Men Apocalypse, but she was by far my favorite part.
You barely, fell in love with her then?
I knew of her from a couple other things, like Christmas Office Party or whatever the fuck it was.
It's a good movie.
It is good. And I think I had seen her in at least one or two other things, but that's the one that sticks out in my mind for very obvious reasons. It was one of the very few completely comic accurate comic book suits that there is, and I'm like, that one surprised me because they've changed everybody else's because they refused to, but she played along with it because even Scarlet Witch is a much more.
It's not as revealing.
Not compared to the comics, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's a cool looking suit though,
and we got a Easter egg for it in the show, which was kind of cool. It just it would have been a lot more sexualized if it was an actual.
Yeah, and I'm glad they finally went with a more comic accurate suit because I was afraid they were never going to do that.
Yeah,
because in the movies she just looked like a cosplayer who didn't have enough money to.
Right. It was a reimagining.
Thing. Yeah.
I'm all about respecting women and stuff, but seeing comic book accurate costume, regardless of the sexualization, is dope because they still show every bulge and everything on a dude's costume because it's wanted, but I don't care about it needing to be sexualized, but even dudes' costumes aren't always comic book accurate anymore, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool when you get They're not going to ever change a Superman suit. It's always going to be that way. Batman's always... It'll have variations, but it's pretty much always going to be...
Within the same realm, yeah.
Whereas, Green Lantern, there's a lot of different possibilities, especially if they don't do CGI shit.
Yeah.
There's multiple opportunities with certain characters, like Green Arrow. There's a multitude of things. You can do the hat, you can do the hood. But, I don't know,
And you really want that movie?
I do. That is my one thing. I don't think I'll watch it before I die because DC doesn't have their ducks in order to do something like push Moon Knight. I think,
especially now with what's going on right now.
Yeah,
they don't know what the fuck's going on.
I really wish I could win the fucking lottery and buy the DC wing of Warner Brothers and just fucking release movies. I know I couldn't win that much in a lottery, but
yeah,
it'd be dope. And then I'd have to have the money to produce the films.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can imagine a way better universe of films than what Marvel has done. Don't get me wrong, some of them are fucking fantastic, but I don't know. I think there's a better formula to be had for a universe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, DC right now does the solo movies better than Marvel, because Marvel really hasn't done a solo movie in a one-off movie in a long time. Honestly,
I would be if they do any solo movies in the future, in the near future at least. I see it being more like Deadpool because it's a really hard one to cross over without taking away the R-ratedness of it.
Yeah,
I mean, and they have shown that they can do it. It just that's such an important element to that character.
It really is.
And you can do PG-13 Deadpool. We've seen it in the Spider-Man cartoon and stuff like that. But do you want to?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's a hard one
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if they were to make Spawn PG-13, what would you do?
Well, they did.
If they did it again, PG-13 parameters in the 90s and PG-13 parameters now are a lot different.
I guess so. Yeah, if they did PG, I mean, I don't know, because PG-13 nowadays you can push it pretty far. Like the Batman was,
You could have
easily
twice.
yeah, you could have easily made Batman rated R.
Oh yeah,
How it is.
yeah.
So I think you can push it, but
Especially with how far they push like the 7 element.
yeah, and so I don't really think you need to make a superhero movie rated R. You like don't need to do it.
Yeah,
Like the only reason like Spawn would be rated R is because I think they would have to go like pretty deep with like the violence and the language here and there.
oh yeah.
But you could do it PG-13 and still have it be raw.
How would you prefer it?
Probably rated R,
Yeah.
just for like more like blood and shit like that. But
See, that's one thing. I wish we could do superhero films with lower budgets. Like especially if you were to do certain characters like, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, but like Green Arrow, or if you want to go to the Marvel side, pick like even a Luke Cage, because like they did it great as a show, but like those more like grounded superheroes where they are confined to a smaller area would work really well for low budget.
yeah, fucking Daredevil,
Dude, like
would work perfect.
Yeah,
for that.
I mean, look at what they did with the Joker.
Yeah.
They made a semi-low budget super villain film.
What was the? I'm gonna look at the
I think it was 50 mil. And don't get me wrong, it's not like that's nothing. But in the realm of superhero films, that's pretty low.
Yeah, and it still upsets me that this only has a 68%.
Does it really?
Yeah. But critically, the budget was 55 to 70 mil, and it made a bill.
Yeah. So I mean, it's clearly doable, but I honestly think you can make a really good superhero film at like 25 million. Especially if it's more of like a grounded down to roots Robin Hood-esque type story.
Yeah, like the Marvel ones, you could do Luke Cage, like you said.
Yeah.
You could do Daredevil.
You could even do Iron Fist, realistically.
Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher especially.
Yeah.
Punisher, you can do like a real gritty, like I would really like to see like an art house superhero film.
Daredevil would fit that perfect.
It would
honestly.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of got that with like Batman, but not. I wouldn't really call it art house. Like I loved it. And
There's definitely art house like elements to it, and you can tell like in actual like, not to say that any other movie is not like film, but this like really like is technically advanced in that way.
yeah, no, it definitely is, and I don't know, man. I think like. So this might sound a little kooky, but kooky crisps.
Cool. Ooh.
They were good cereal, bro.
They were good cereal. I haven't had that cereal in about 30 years.
I bought some while I was on keto for my kids, and I was so mad at myself, and I broke keto for it.
Damn.
I love that shit. But so what I was gonna say was, it would be really interesting to see like almost like a one-room story with a superhero, like a famous superhero, not like.
Like, what do you mean by like one room? Like, you mean like famous, like famous, or like famous enough?
Like any superhero, but like I think it'd be harder to do with a character like Superman.
Yeah.
But it would be semi-doable with like a Batman,
Okay.
where you just like lock them in a room, even if it's just like an interrogation, like the whole fucking thing, and you see like bits play out during the interrogation where it like takes you out of the room, but like for the most part, you're just stuck in a room during an interrogation for like the whole fucking film.
Who would your pick be?
So I think it'd be easiest to do with like the more grounded superheroes that have that like fantastical element of like working with the police. So you could do it with like a Green Arrow or like a Batman. I think Daredevil would be a little bit harder, but you could do that with the element of him being a lawyer. It just wouldn't be in the suit.
Yeah, I don't know if that would really go well.
Yeah. So it's like, I think like it would almost have to be like a Bond-esque, not like super secret, but like very like city eating itself from inside type story where they're trying to like find corruption or something and like interrogating the whole time. I think it would be like fairly interesting to do something like that. It's just you'd have to have the right script and the right cast for it for sure, because that would be risky for a superhero film to be barely any action.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it won't happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it'd be interesting.
Like you're saying, like if A24 got a hold of a superhero movie,
like it wouldn't even need to be a big property. They could pick up like fucking
Howard the Duck.
They could. Well, that's Marvel. They wouldn't be able to do that. Like Dick Tracy, even something's. I know that's not superhero,
Dick
but like
Tracy,
comic stuff, anything.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. You know, yeah.
I think they would have done. I mean, I think John Carter from Mars was a decent film. It kind of got like.
You're talking about the most recent one, the Disney one. Okay,
I thought it was decent. I just thought the promotion for it fucked it over. Because like, I do feel bad for that actor because he's gotten fucked out of 2 superhero roles. Because he was pretty decent as Gambit.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best film.
Yeah.
But he was one of the highlights of it.
And that's one Channing Tatum really wanted to do.
Yeah.
It never
and
happened.
I think as soon as the Fox Marvel deal went through, that went away for him.
Yeah. You would think it'd be more of a possibility now too.
Right. I honestly like it still would be such a weird casting for that. Like I've imagined that multiple times and I'm just like I can't see him doing like a Louisiana accent.
Really?
No.
I can't.
I'm just so used to him being like especially now that he's like gone into comedies from the rom-com and the Magic Mike shit. Like I see him as like he could definitely pull off the humor that Gambit has at moments, but like I don't see him doing accents. It just doesn't fit in my head. You know what I mean?
He tried to do the Hispanic accent in 22 Jump Street.
What did he put on an accent in? This is I'm not gonna say spoilers, but Hateful Eight.
He had an accent there.
Because I mean, I know a lot of people who haven't seen it still don't realize he's in the film because he's in like the last like 30 minutes of a. Well, if you watch it on Netflix, a 4-hour film.
Yeah, it's like a wild.
Yeah. But like I did. So he didn't do an accent in that.
He did.
He did.
I want to
like
say
Southern?
he did. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go back and watch it. I haven't watched it in a minute.
From what I remember, he did.
Yeah. So like, I guess I'd have to go back and watch that. But I mean, it would definitely be interesting to see him with an accent. He's one actor that like I was so tired of him when he first came out, especially because of the Magic Mike part. But he really found a way to like endear himself to dudes too.
He really did.
Yeah. It's not something you see very often. Like, I feel like Tom Cruise had that for a little while, but then people got tired of him because he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And then I think Brad Pitt kind of has that, but it's kind of worn off.
I don't know. I think it's still there.
Yeah. I don't know. And I think guys will always like Leo.
Oh, yeah. Leo's the guy. Yeah.
Even though he comes off as pretentious more and more. Like, especially... I completely understand his talking points that he likes to go over, especially with, like, trying to save the world and shit. But I know for some people, it's just like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. I'm watching an award show.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Like, I mean, Ricky Gervais even said it in the 2020 Oscars that he hosted?
I think so.
Where he's basically like, come up, get your award. No one wants to hear what the fuck you're trying to push.
Yeah.
Like, that dude had some balls when he hosted that time. But...
I feel like Timothée Chalamet gets love from women and men too.
So
especially like if you're going like in the A24 like group of men.
Yes, if that's the case, if it's me and you type people, if it's A24 fans, yes.
Yeah. The mass audience, the general audience are now starting to get onto him, and they're like they just see it and see him as like a chick.
I don't think your Sam Elliott's in the world would agree with you though.
Sam Elliott. Oh my god, yeah, no. No.
He would probably have something different to say about that.
I'm sure.
So,
that still disappoints me. I'm like, why?
Why'd
it have to be you?
He was one of my favorite actors there for a long time too, and it really amazes me that he has that kind of opinion because he allowed himself to be kind of portrayed that way.
Yeah.
In Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
Because he plays the other Ron.
Okay.
And he's like a super fucking hippie. Like something that you look at him, you're like, it just doesn't fit visually. Like the mustache alone is like, this dude's too hard to fucking eat kale. It doesn't make sense. But that one did blow my mind when he came out and was all salty about that.
Yeah. Maybe he was salty because he didn't get cast in the movie. Because he's in like a lot of fucking Westerns. I don't know.
It's funny. I was listening to something, and they were like, "Yeah, he's pissed because all these people in the cowboy movies aren't like actual cowboys." And they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. What does Sam Elliott do for a living? Oh, he's an actor. Oh, you're telling me he's not a cowboy? No. So what the fuck is he bitching about?"
Yeah.
Here, if you could pick, don't even worry about like what a movie would be about. If you could pick 2 legends in the business to act alongside, one male and one female, who would you pick?
2 legends. What do we mean by legend? Because everyone has like different definitions.
Your definition of a legend. Like your favorite actors that you would like to act alongside.
Emma Stone.
Okay.
I really respect Emma Stone. And for the male Ryan Gosling. Either Ryan Gosling or Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean, okay.
Those are my 2.
I can respect that.
Okay, let me take that back.
I think male is a little harder.
Yeah, Emma Stone is clear cut for male.
You mean for female?
Yeah, for female. Fuck. For male, that's hard. That's fucking hard. It's hard.
It's wicked hot.
Yeah, it's hard. Maybe Robert De Niro.
I mean, it would be interesting.
Actually, Joaquin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's now that I'm thinking about it, there are a lot of picks. Because, like, the easy one for me would be, like, go into my head and just be like, oh, Robert Pattinson. Just because, like, he's still living in my head at this point.
I mean
I wore the shirt.
Show them the shirt.
Wore it to the Batman premiere and everything. Like, that would be the easy go-to just because of, like, I'm on a high with his acting right now. But if I was to, like, really dig in, I don't know. There's a lot of actors that I think would be interesting to act along just to learn shit from them.
Yeah.
Even people who've been in bad shit, like, would be interesting. But I don't know. At certain points, it would be amazing to act along Adam Sandler just to see, like, the process, just because it seems fucking wacky. And then you have the serious actors to act alongside, like I've said, Robert Pattinson, or I don't know. Like, if I'm thinking of a legend, I'd probably just go Willem Dafoe.
Oh, okay.
That's an easy another one.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not because of The Lighthouse. It's just he is fucking insane as an actor.
Yeah.
Like,
he's gonna be in the fucking Northman too.
Oh, I know. I'm fucking so ready for that film. June, I believe.
I'm gonna look that up.
June or July?
Let me look it up, motherfucker.
Either way, I think it's like June 20th or something.
I saw the trailer for the first time in a theater when we went to see Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm like, damn.
It looks fucking great.
It comes out April 22nd.
Don't fucking lie to me.
Yeah, April 22nd. It's on.
I'm in.
Are you going opening night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday, April 21st. This one we can go to the Alamo. 7 o'clock.
I'm down.
Do it.
Fuck.
Let's do it.
Yeah, the one in Westminster.
Yeah.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
I think that's... Oh, and I gotta pick a female, I guess.
I guess. You say it like it's like a damn...
I guess.
Like a hindrance.
Well, I mean, like... I don't know. I spaced it out. Roseanne Barr.
Of course.
No.
Detective.
Dan.
I can't do it.
Oh my god, no.
Vengeance.
Fucking, I got that stuck in my head.
Detective. Female, come on.
I know. I'm
Taraji P. Henson.
No, I don't know
Hanson.
why.
Hanson?
I haven't seen enough of her shit to actually be like interested, except for like Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, Maine.
Maine. Fuck it, Halle Berry. She's not like the heights of her acting anymore, but it would still be interesting. What's that look for?
It's just like puzzling to me that you chose that, like her.
So I really enjoyed her in Swordfish. Do you ever watch Monsters Ball? No. That one's fantastic. Her and
John Travolta.
Billy Bob Thornton.
John Travolta's in it too, right?
In Swordfish.
Oh, okay.
No. Is he in Swordfish? I think he's in Swordfish. But Monsters Ball is Billy Bob Thornton and Heath Ledger.
Oh.
And then her. And she...
Oh, Heath Ledger's like a cop and he shoots himself in the stomach.
Yeah, he's Billy Bob Thornton's son in the movie.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you want to do that, blah, blah, blah. Boom.
And then she and Billy Bob Thornton have a relationship, and while they're fucking in the living room, she has her son locked in a kennel.
The fuck's this movie about?
Like, she's like a crackhead.
Oh.
Like, she's fucking bananas.
She won an Oscar for that one, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really good
film. Isn't that
film.
fucked up? You got an Oscar for that?
I mean, if you're not pushing the boundaries, you ain't doing nothing.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I really did enjoy her acting up until her Raspberry Award.
I don't have any respect for those motherfuckers.
She handled that Raspberry Award like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah.
She was a real G about that.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had another question, but I can't remember now. Go.
I'll tell you this. But yeah, I think speaking of like Catwoman, like as far as what I've been hearing about Morbius is like it's like they're starting to
go from Catwoman to Morbius.
No, because like the filming style and the whole like vibe is of a early 2000s superhero movie. It's like they're going back in time, and that's why a lot of people don't like it. And I can see it. I can tell by the trailers.
I mean, both of us have said from the beginning it looked like shit. Yeah. And I guess there was a lot of production issues. Like, apparently in the post-credit scene, which I don't know what it's about yet, because I've been trying to avoid just hearing about it all.
Let me tell you what it is.
Tell me after.
Let me tell you.
I mean, if you want to tell me on the podcast.
It's literally the director spoiled it a week before the movie came out.
You fucking serious?
On Twitter, yeah.
Well, I guess they said that his hair and makeup didn't match from the rest of the film.
The rug?
The what?
The curtains didn't match.
No, like, I guess his hair didn't match the rest of the film in the post-credit scene because they filmed it at a different time with different hair and makeup specialists. Oh. So there's not even, like, continuity there.
But literally, like, a week before the movie came out, the director had, like, a Q&A on Twitter, and he's just
One second. Just real quick, just because I want no one getting pissed. Spoilers.
Spoiler. He was spoiling fucking everything. He detailed that both end credit scenes, he basically said that they took out all these scenes that were connecting at Spider-Man that were in the trailers. That was just like a marketing ploy. And apparently, you know that scene in the trailer where Jared Leto's walking down the street and there's a Spider-Man poster that says murder? That wasn't even like filmed by the director. Director was not involved in that shot.
See, at that point, as a director, I'd be pissed.
I would.
That's some Josh Trank.
He has no control over his shit, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's one reason I don't think I would ever want to do a studio film.
Not right away, because
not unless
advantage of you.
Yeah. Not unless you have your like boots under you and you're like, no, I'm not fucking faltering on this shit. When you're in a position where you're comfortable enough where you can lose the job and not blink, no big deal. If you're in the position of a Steven Spielberg to go in and be like, I want this, 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 and this, and if you try to shoot anything without me, and I have it written into your contract that basically fuck you because you brought me on for a reason. If you're gonna go against me, then fucking get rid of me.
Yeah,
it's shit like that drives me nuts for directors.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I agree with Josh Trank's handling of it, but that Fantastic Four film was dog shit.
That had, like, in theory, that had the potential to be like something cool. Because like if you take like a body horror like approach to it, that's kind of cool.
Especially for the Thing and Mr. Fantastic, like it was brilliant. But I also didn't like the way their relationship was. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's we can talk about the post-credit scenes if you want to hear them.
Go for it.
Okay, so the first one is, I guess you see like a jail cell. I guess you see the rip in the earth or whatever, the universe, like in Spider-Man. Yeah, closing up, and then I guess it goes to the jail cell, and Adrian Toomes or whatever just pops up, and he's like, and the line he says is, "Hope the food's better in this joint." Like he's not even worried about like where the fuck he is. He just says a fucking quip, and then it cuts out from there. And then the second post-credit scene is somehow he has a suit again, a Vulture suit, even though he's in this universe. He has a Vulture suit, and he meets.
Okay, now I'm following.
Yeah, and then he meets up with Morbius, and then basically I asked them to join and I'll join up together and all this other shit.
So they're setting up a Sinister Six with
basically, but Morbius is a good guy at the end of the movie.
So is it the same suit from the MCU?
Yeah.
So
how
does that confirm that it is the same universe then?
No, it doesn't, because the director in that Twitter Q&A said about it was that he's a resourceful guy and he can make the suit himself. Even though he didn't make the suit in Homecoming, it was a tinker.
So that's why I'm wondering. So even then, if he were able to make it on his own afterwards.
That fast?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
In general, it's wacky. Okay. But if that were the case, how would the suit look the fucking same, first off?
Exactly.
And he completely, like, 100% said, no, it's not part of that universe.
Yeah.
What the fuck do they want?
Exactly. I don't know what they knew what they were doing. Like, it's just like, and then Morbius, I guess, is a good guy by the end of the movie. So the team up thing that makes no sense.
He's not even a villain in the fucking comics. He's a anti-hero.
Yeah. But in the movie, I guess they play it in a different kind of way and make it all confusing and shit.
In the fucking... like, he's less of a villain than fucking Venom is.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so I don't know why he would want to team up with him. So it makes no fucking sense. And it makes no sense that he, like... Vulture has popped into this other universe and he's not concerned about anything else. Like, his main concern in, like, Homecoming was about his wife and his daughter, right? Mm-hmm. But he goes to a different universe and his concern is, I hope they have better food at this joint. So that's just, like... It tells you they don't know what the fuck they're doing with that.
Who are they talking about doing next? The Kraven?
Yeah. And you can only imagine.
Ugh. I'm getting a bad taste.
And it's kind of sad to where the standard is Venom. It's like, if you don't reach this, then it's... I mean, Venom's not great, but that's the standard, and like they're not meeting it at all. They didn't meet it with Morbius.
I don't think they met it with Venom 2, personally. I thought it was a decent one-time watch.
Yeah. And fucking Morbius has I don't know if it went down, but the last time I checked, they had a 15%.
The last time I saw it was like 12.
Oh shit!
But I don't know if it went up or down since then.
17 critics, 70 audience.
That's a weird disconnect.
And it made 38 million opening weekend, which is low as fuck.
It is low. And the production cost has to be huge because of how many times they fucking reshot shit.
Let me see. Morbius budget 75 mil.
So they halved it.
They halved it.
Not mentioning all the marketing, and they've marketed it like 6 different times.
The budget was relatively low to where if they make it back, then they'll consider it a success and they'll make another one probably.
But even then, it's like, dude, marketing alone, you're not recouping that because they had to market this movie 6 times for every time they fucking pushed it back.
So the 70 million, that might just be the actual production budget, and with the pushbacks, and I could see it being over like 100 mil.
I could see it being close to 150, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, you could at least double the cost of the film.
Yeah. And they barely made 38 opening weekend. When you compare that to, I think, let's look at Venom's opening weekend. Granted, Venom is a more popular character than Morbius.
What was Batman's, like 60-something? 80?
Like this last Batman movie? Opening weekend?
Yeah.
Domestically? 100
really?
Something. Let me see. The Batman opening... weekend, because I don't think it's fair to compare Morbius to that, but
no, not at all.
It made 134 million domestically,
more than I expected. Then,
yeah,
at least.
And then Morbius made 38.
Because remember, people were like, "Oh, it's not going to get past 80."
That was all the fucking Snyder stands. Those people are weird.
They are very weird.
Venom opening weekend was 80 million.
Really?
Yeah, the first one, and that was
Venom 2.
That was Venom 2. I'm talking about the first one.
That one should be a little higher.
Tom Hardy, first. No, bitch.
That one should be, like, I would say closer to 90. Just because of the excitement of it. I feel like the second one would have been hurt by COVID slightly, at least.
Yeah, let me see. Domestic weekend. Yeah, I made 80 mil.
Oh, really?
80 mil. So, and the Morbius made 38, so it's like, fuck.
Oof.
I don't see it making much. I think tops, it'll make 80.
See, dude, I want Tom Holland to continue in the MCU.
I think he will.
But if that means that we have these MCU-adjacent films that make shit confusing from Sony, I don't know if I want it that bad.
Well, them taking Venom out of the MCU and back into the Sonyverse, and that, I think that kind of shows you that Tom Holland's never going to be in the Sony universe. And
if that's the case, fine.
Yeah.
And as much as like I want to see like a really good Andrew Garfield one, like a third, I almost don't want that if it means that he has to be on screen with Morbius.
I think he thinks that too. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be a part of this shit.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, and
but at the same time, if you're given a franchise and you know how much money shit like that makes, are you going to say no?
Yeah, it depends on. He's at the level where he can turn it down, though.
I mean, he definitely can.
Yeah,
and I more than most actors, I would have faith in him specifically to turn it down.
Yeah,
but still, that's a tantalizing offer when you get that many millions.
Like if it was one of us, I'd be like, oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, like, I can't say no. What the fuck else am I gonna do?
I don't care what the material.
I mean, like, You could put me in fucking Eternals and I'd be happy.
Yeah, and there's a rumor that the Sonyverse is gonna have it's like a brand new, like their own Spider-Man. So it's gonna make it. There's gonna be like 2 Spider-Man going on at once now.
Do you think that they're just gonna completely ignore Peter Parker at that point and just give their own Miles Morales, and then we don't get Miles in the MCU?
No, I think there'll be Miles in the MCU,
especially because they set it up with
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I think they'll do their own Peter Parker or whatever, which is kind of, I don't know. Let them do whatever they want. Just leave it separate.
I'll be honest. I was so excited for him to be in that film, but I was so let down by the way he portrayed him. Just because I was like, why are you making him like a stoner?
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of blew my mind because he seems like he's supposed to be like more of an alert. Like, he's supposed to be like kind of a shitbag, but I don't know. It just felt weird.
Do you think the reason why they took out the Spider-Man connections in Morbius was due to the renewal of the deal between Marvel and Sony?
Most likely.
Like, before they renewed that, they had these plans to bring Spider-Man over, and when they renewed it, they kind of had to take them out.
I think so.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
And I honestly, dude, it would have been interesting to see this film release, 2 years ago when it was supposed to the first time?
Yeah.
To see how different it would have been. Because I highly doubt they would have had the purple sky shit.
Yeah, no.
And people would have been like, okay, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, not that it wouldn't have been answered, but still.
So they had to fucking switch out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying I think there's a better version of this film. I think there's a different version of this film.
Release the, who's the director?
I don't even want to guess. I just feel bad for whoever it is.
I do and I don't, because it seemed like he got played.
The one thing
Daniel Espinosa.
Okay.
Release the Espinosa cut.
The one thing I will say I have heard positive in the Morbius's movie's defense, Matt Stone apparently was found. Matt Stone? Is that his name? Am I thinking of Matt Stone?
That's the... Yeah. That was
is it Matt something? The Doctor Who guy.
Oh, Matt Smith.
Thank you. I know, I was close. He was apparently fantastic. He was. He made the movie fun.
I heard he's over the top, just given the material.
Yeah.
And I heard people say it's kind of shitty that he's getting all these like really good TV roles, but almost every movie role he's gotten is shit. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, I do think that's not fair, but I also think that's partly his fault for taking roles.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, don't get me wrong. When you're in Hollywood, I'm sure you want to take whatever roles you can get, but there's a certain point where it's just going to hurt your career.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be in Rise of Skywalker. I even think he filmed stuff and they took it out, I think.
I really wish... I mean, me and you have been over this. The whole Star Wars thing still pisses me.
Yeah, fuck Ryan Johnson.
More fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Ryan Johnson was...
Maybe to you.
Well, and me and you have been over this. I get your opinion. You get mine.
We'll make it an episode eventually.
Yeah.
The great Last Jedi debate. Ryan was too.
I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with it though. But the Last Jedi would have never been an issue if Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kitty? Damn,
Kathleen Kennedy.
That sounds kinky.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Is she related to the Kennedys?
Probably not.
So that's why she's... Yeah, never mind.
I don't... What was going to come out of your mouth?
Pause. Yeah, keep going.
Tell me off camera.
Oh, you never told me off camera when something that happened. I'll have to replay it on.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I know
yeah.
exactly what it is.
Okay,
it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I
was re-listening to episodes, and I'm like, wait,
and you're like, no,
fucking tell me.
See, I forgot to. I was listening to it too, and I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Anyway,
but
yeah, fuck Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, she's awful. If she would have like put something together and made a plan, The Last Jedi would not have been a big deal. Yeah, because it would have been more on the rails and more contained inside the story to where, hey, he could have like thrown in a twist here or there, but like they would have had an overall like, this is where we start, this is where we're heading, and this is how it's going to finish.
Yeah, you don't get the whole build up to her parents just to be
told
nobody.
Yeah, and then it's fucking still somebody. It's like
yeah. That's just course correction.
It's like watching somebody die in a scene and then them being in the next fucking scene. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You have the rule of... So, like, there was a show recently that everyone was freaking out about because a character... I'll just say it. Vikings Valhalla. A character shows up and, like, it feels like the show ramps up at a certain point when he's, like, introduced and it gets really exciting. And then, like, the last 2 or 3 episodes, he just isn't there. So people are pissed. It's because they're setting up something for a different season, but everyone's like, oh, well, it means he's dead. Well, the rules of cinema basically tell you if you don't see it, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Which is why you're still able to get apparently a cameo from not Paul Walker, but Paul Walker's car in Fast and Furious 9.
Really?
Yeah, like apparently he pulls up and then it like cuts. Like it's his skyline. Pulls up and they're like, "Oh, he's here. Let's go talk to him." And then it cuts away from it.
That's horseshit. I think.
I agree.
I think it's disrespectful.
I agree. And people read that as, "Hey, he's coming back," but it's, "Hey." They said it was, "Hey." It's like just a memory of him, like letting everyone know he's still in our hearts and not like we're still doing this.
You could have done it a different way.
I agree, but
fuck,
that pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah. And did you know Colin Trevorrow was originally going to direct episode 9?
And I saw pieces of the script and it looked a lot better. A lot better.
Yes, and that's why. And Kathleen Kennedy, I think she just renewed her deal or some shit like that.
Why?
Yeah.
What justifies that?
I don't know.
Fucking, I mean, you've said this many times. Kick her out and just put in Jon fucking Favreau.
Put in Jon Favreau, and Dave Fallopian Tubes, and
Dave Felony.
Yeah. Oh, is he a criminal?
Dave Filoni. It's
okay. But yeah, because you got this new Star Wars trilogy that's gonna come down the pipe, and then you got the Kevin Feige one, and then you got the Taika Waititi shit that might be happening.
See, I'm okay with some of that stuff because we're done with the Skywalker saga, and I'm really, really excited for a High Republic story, especially because I know nothing about High Republic.
Is it official they're doing that?
That's what the Taika Waititi one's supposed to be.
Oh.
So it was either he's taking the High Republic or whatever Kevin Feige is doing.
Are they doing one-offs? Because they have nothing to do with the trilogy that's coming.
I think Taika is getting a trilogy, is what I heard. But
because I heard there's going to be a main trilogy, and then there's going to be the offshoots.
So I think Taika is getting the High Republic trilogy.
Okay. Especially
Especially because of how well his like Thor stuff is being received.
Yeah. I think it all hinges on whether or not this next Thor hits.
It'll be perfectly fine. I've never seen anything he was in that was bad, given the one film that
now I want it to fail.
Don't fucking say that. I actually like legit. I also don't know how Free Guy was. I know I've heard good things, but
he's in it.
He's like the villain of the piece. Yeah. That's the only thing I've heard a mixed reaction on him in since that film that shall not be named. I mean, I already said it earlier. Green Lantern.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. I mean, he was just acting in it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it was a bad choice.
Yeah.
But like everything he's done since then, that vampire show. What is that fucking called?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
It was a movie first.
Oh, really? It was?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, like the success he's gotten off of that. Jojo Rabbit was great.
Jojo Rabbit.
Thor.
Hunt for the Wilder People, I think it's called.
Something like that, yeah. The Thor.
Ragnarok.
Yes, and then Love and Thunder looks dope.
Yeah.
The fucking Christian Bale looks insane in it. Like that costume reveal is dope.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel, I know you haven't watched it yet. Moon Knight came out this past Wednesday.
I heard it's good.
It is better than I expected. I've heard some people complain about it because they're too used to the Marvel formula, and it feels it definitely goes in a different route.
Okay, I also heard that it's the most cinematic looking of the shows so far.
I agree.
Okay.
For many reasons. So I think one of the biggest tools that they use, and they use it really well, is the multiple personality stuff. And I really wish I could tell you how it goes. I don't. This is one thing I like. It's interesting to see it for yourself the first time.
Okay, I might watch it tonight.
Do it.
I gotta get Disney Plus. Plus.
And then if you do watch it, I'll just give you my sign in. Just don't worry about that. Illegal things going on the podcast. In some states, it is illegal to share your Netflix password.
They're cracking down on that by doing something.
I've heard that in South American countries, they're testing out ways to limit it to one account per household.
It's kind of fucked up because they make enough money as it is. Like that obviously doesn't hurt them.
No, it doesn't. They're making billions. Otherwise, they'd be shut down already.
So many fucking assholes.
I know.
And it's going up to $20 a month.
I know. It keeps going up.
So I'm gonna cancel that shit.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Moon Knight's really good. Cast is all fantastic. Oscar Isaac is
Oscar.
very believable as a Britishman.
I heard his accent is really good.
I was
crazy.
I was put off by it the first time I heard it because I'm like, it just doesn't sound natural.
It's like high pitched, right?
A little bit, yeah. But then like the more you hear it, like because he doesn't drop it and he keeps it the same way the whole fucking time. Doesn't pitch, doesn't nothing. Like it's perfect. Oh, my shoulder's killing me. Sorry.
You're old.
Yeah, I'm getting old. But I don't know. His acting was definitely a high point of the film. Just the twists and the way they introduce stuff are really nice, and the last couple shots are fantastic. Okay. It really got me excited for the second episode.
Okay, when does this show when do the episodes premiere?
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Every show now, for now at least, that comes out on Disney Plus is Wednesdays every week.
Okay, and I like how they're limiting this to one season.
Yes.
6 episodes.
I would be okay with it. Let's see how it goes. But I would be okay with seeing him introduced into a Avengers-esque lineup.
Do you think, based on what success the show has, you think they'll transfer him into a movie or his own movie?
I don't know if they'll even do a movie.
Okay.
What I think they would do is put him into other people's films.
Okay.
Because I could see him doing decent in a Spider-Man film, the way they did episodes back in the day in the cartoon.
Okay.
Like, that just seems the way that logically a lot of these characters are going.
Because tone-wise, based on the commercial, like, I'm trying to think of what superhero he would, like, fit in with, tone-wise.
I think he would play well.
Doctor Strange?
I don't know, because Doctor Strange would understand him too well. And I feel like Doctor Strange is the go-to for everybody now. I feel like he would fit in more with a comedic superhero. Like a Spider-Man or... I wouldn't go Ant-Man because that seems like too far of a stretch.
Yeah, I don't think he would vibe well with him.
I mean, hearing him in Hulk riff or him in Thor riff would be interesting, but I don't know. I think Spider-Man would be the easiest option.
Okay.
Just because you can buy Spider-Man as like fully puzzled on what the fuck's going on.
Well, maybe you would fit now because like you got to think this new trilogy might be a little darker for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do agree with that too.
Yeah.
I think time will tell, but it definitely seems more mystical.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting. Also makes me wonder if he shows up at all in Doctor Strange.
I think he is.
I think a lot of this stuff is coming. They time everything out perfectly. So.
And did you know the movie's only 2 hours and 8 minutes long?
That's shocking, actually.
Yeah, which makes me think like, damn, this whole movie's gonna be cameos.
It does. It does feel like it's heading in that way.
You can't fit all that shit in a 2 hour and 8 minute movie.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see Tom Cruise.
Did you see Patrick Stewart came out and so initially when the trailer came out at the Super Bowl, he's like, it's not me. And then like a month later, he's like, oh yeah, apparently, he's like, I listened to it a few more times and I guess it was me. It just, when I heard it the first time, it didn't sound like me because I must have had a cold or something. And I was like, you can come up with something better than that. You were told not to say something and didn't watch the Super Bowl because you're fucking British.
Yeah, and old.
Yeah. So it was just like, I mean, I appreciated him trying to keep up the ruse, but it was like, it's a little late.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm most excited to see Tom Cruise as superior Iron Man.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Are you like me where you think that's all but confirmed?
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going, and I think
there's going to be Deadpool too.
That one I 100% agree with. Yeah. I think there's going to be a couple of cameos in the way of Tom Cruise. I really just hope they don't do the can't think of his name from The Office, Jim.
Krasinski,
John Krasinski. I hope they don't do the Captain America thing with him.
Yeah, because that'll pretty much confirm he's not Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I would rather him show up as Mr. Fantastic in this. I would rather see X-Men than have him show up as
Here's
Captain
my
America.
3 cameos that I'm betting that are showing up. Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man, Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the suit.
I would be way down to see that.
If you see
even if it's the last time we see him, Even though he has been talking about how much he regrets leaving the role.
I just want to see him in the suit.
It would be great.
Because there was only one shot of him with the suit when he opened the case.
It was with the suit. It wasn't in the suit.
Honestly, yeah, but that's the only time you saw it. Like him and fucking...
The only bad part about that was the yellow and brown.
Yeah, I want the yellow and blue.
Yeah, yellow and blue would be the way to go.
I want it.
That'd be the one most people, I think, would be excited to
Those
see.
are the 3 cameos that I'm betting on happening.
So I don't know so much about the Wolverine one. I think the Fantastic Four one is more of a for sure thing.
Okay.
More so than Hugh Jackman. I'd love it if that did happen. I do 100% agree with the Tom Cruise one. And then, what was the other one you said?
Deadpool.
I feel like yes, but I also feel like it's almost too obvious.
Here's my main thing one guy that initially leaked set photos from No Way Home leaked a photo from this set where Deadpool's like in like it looks like a containment unit.
Like almost like the Collector's Lab?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely excited, but we have a month?
A month,
May 5th? Little more than a month?
May 5th?
Oh, less, just over a month.
Yeah.
Because today is April 3rd.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely wanting to go to a night before release on that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic about that one, but there's going to be some exciting stuff. Really curious to see how they start closing up some of these plot holes, because especially with the shows, it's creating such a large, expansive like universe to where like something's going to get out eventually and ruin everything.
Mm-hmm.
At least continuity wise, unless they fix something.
Yeah.
Especially with the stuff that happened in Loki.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah. The one issue I am starting to feel like we are getting a lot of in especially the MCU is it's exciting to get team up films, but I feel like it's also going to start robbing certain characters of their own spotlight.
Yeah.
Because you have Miss America or whatever, America Chavez.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if her stuff is ever going to expand into her own thing, but she's already automatically the sidekick to Doctor Strange and Wanda. Yeah. So it's like that is going to hurt some of these new ones, but it's also like potentially helping them in the future because it's a safe, healthy way to invite them in and introduce them to the world.
Yeah, because even if these characters don't get like their own movie, like if they're like a smaller character, they can still get their own show.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So,
I mean, look at is it Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel. That trailer didn't really,
especially because of
fantasy.
The way her like fists in biggin or whatever they call it, like how they get big. It's not like the comics, to my knowledge.
Well, I guess how she gets her powers is different in the comics.
Yeah,
like in this show, it's just like because of a bracelet.
Yeah, and I wasn't crazy about that.
Yeah,
because it's like a Terrigen mist or something that she gets her powers from the comics, and in this they're like bracelets, and it's like a force fist.
Yeah, it's kind of like weird. A Green Lantern type of thing.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
and
the suit kind of looks
Green
cheese.
Lantern. Yeah, and it does.
Like I can see what they're going for. They're kind of going for like a John Hughes type of high school vibe.
Yeah,
but
and like that, the story looks interesting.
Yeah,
other than the fact that she likes Brie Larson.
I'm like, how? Why? How could you?
I'm like, that's the most unrealistic realistic thing of part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. That's the one I'm least excited for. I could almost skip watching that
and
one.
the Marvels.
What?
The sequel to Captain Marvel.
I'm choosing to ignore you.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound. Yeah. The only thing about it that looks interesting is Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
And that's because of WandaVision.
That's because of her name.
That's dope too.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the actress did a really good job
she was
in the
good.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know her name though.
Like the actress's name?
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I am out of all the characters who have made cameos so far, who are you most excited to have show up again?
Out of any?
I know mine off the bat.
Okay, just go with yours.
Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo.
Agent Jimmy Woo.
Oh.
Randall
Park, yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love him showing up in all the films.
I don't know.
I would almost be happy if he took over the Stan Lee cameos.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know of any. Like you're talking about a character that's appeared multiple times already.
Yeah, like small characters. Like how we got Agent Coulson and the beginning shit.
He was fire. I really can't.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I don't.
Did they ever... so this is another huge jump. Did they ever explain what happened to Loretta... Is her name Loretta Candy? Whatever the fuck her name is in Wonder Woman. The secretary chick.
Loretta Candy.
Is that her name? The secretary chick. Bigger...
In
the original
Wonder Woman
1.
Fuck, I don't remember a whole lot of that movie.
I could be completely wrong about her name, too.
But she's a character in Wonder Woman?
Yeah, it's Steve Trevor's secretary.
Oh, her!
Yeah.
The one from Shaun of the Dead.
Is she in Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah. She's the girlfriend of the dude with glasses. And she goes off on her own with the leg to go after him after the zombies take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. What about her now?
Did they explain what happened to her in the second film? Because obviously she's probably dead.
Yeah, no, they didn't even mention her at all. The only person they mentioned from that time was
Steve Trevor.
This
is bullshit, though.
It was just a way to get him in the story.
Did you hear that she's off of the Rogue Squadron movie?
Who?
Director. Jenkins. Patty Jenkins.
Oh, yeah, she's off of it. Yeah.
That's kind of surprised me. Because she was all about the fact that she gets to direct this, like, essentially pilot movie. Maybe in outer space.
Because Disney saw Wonder Woman 84 and like,
yeah, probably.
No.
Probably.
Like, you did so good with the first one, but...
And she's still lined up to direct the third one.
Oh, God.
I know.
Wonder Woman, 1994. Steve Trevor's still alive.
How do you think they'll tell that story?
194?
Yeah. And, like, if... I don't care what year they actually do.
Fuck it, do 2001. Have her, like,
a
rewriting
Don't do 2001.
History,
Do not do 2001.
And she stops 9/11 from
I was
happening.
going to say that is too problematic. No.
Could you imagine? She just jumps in front of, like, slow motion in front of the jet.
I don't know if that would go over well.
It would not.
You're capitalizing on our fucking tears, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be lawsuits.
Yeah. Or have her 2021 have her stop the January 6th assault on the Capitol. Wonder Woman, assault on the Capitol.
She fights the QAnon shaman.
That's the main villain. Donald Trump makes an appearance.
It's gonna be huge.
He would do it too.
He fucking totally would.
Wonder Woman.
I need you to contain my crazy fans.
Yeah, it has to be called Wonder Woman Assault on the Capitol.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking awful.
Fuck yeah.
No.
I other than that, I really have no idea.
You know exactly what they're gonna do now.
What?
They're just gonna do the Russian thing over again.
What do you mean?
Same way they always do. Russian bad guys, especially with the current climate.
What would they do though in the story and what time period?
It'd be just the same old shit they do in every fucking movie where the Russians are the bad guys and they're toting nukes
Well,
around.
they wonder why they're the fucking bad guys.
Yeah.
And they're done doing shit.
I don't know. Like, if you're doing it, and there are plenty of Russian bad guys to pick from, but it just sucks because they've already done KG Beast.
That's easy though to do.
That's the thing. It's lazy, and it's
KG Beast was in BVS.
Yes, and that's why I'm like they can't do it again.
Yeah. He had a cool eyebrows, and he wore sunglasses.
I liked that version of KG Beast a lot more than the one they did in the Arrow show.
Even though he didn't have a whole lot to do.
Yeah,
he was just kind of there.
He was just more of a badass than he was in.
He was like a fucking henchman.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like he actually seemed like a semi-threat, whereas like in Arrow, he's Green Arrow's buddy.
Yeah,
he's not a threat.
I love his delivery when he's about to kill Martha. I'll kill her.
I honestly didn't notice his accent for the longest time. I had to watch videos to be like, oh, it's KG Beast. Because I didn't catch his name because I don't read Russian.
They say it once in the movie.
I know, and that's why I'm like, if you don't catch that one part where he says, oh, his name is Anatoly Knyzev, I'm not going to fucking catch it again. Yeah. And I don't even think they really call him KG Beast. They might show it on screen on his like rap sheet or whatever, but other than that, that's all you get.
Yeah.
I don't. That seemed like a waste of a character though, especially because they could have done especially with how hardcore Zack Snyder was about like killing everybody. They could have done like the old storyline where Batman did kill KG Beast in the comics, where he like left him in a fucking room and never came back for him.
Yeah, not in like directly killing him. It was like one of those cop-outs.
Yeah, one of those bullshit cop-outs.
Yeah.
You can find your way out of here.
Jigsaw.
Speaking of Snyder,
I think Snyder fans are starting to make me hate Zack Snyder, and I don't want to.
I know. I really do like his shit.
I do, but these fuckers are like ruining it for me.
It's getting real toxic.
Like, they're making me see the flaws in BVS to where I'm like, fuck, this movie sucks.
Right? I mean, toxic fandom scares me.
Yeah, there's toxic fandom defending things, and there's toxic fandom in hating things.
So, just a random side note. So, I am obviously, out of the two of us, I'm definitely the bigger wrestling fan, and I am a huge wrestling fan at that.
Yeah.
I was watching comments last night because Cody Rhodes left AEW and went to WWE and showed up at WrestleMania.
They roasting him.
And people were like, "How could you do this to me?" And I'm like, "Bro,
To you?
I'm like, I love wrestling, but at no point am I going to be like, you hurt my feelings because you're not on the TV show I used to watch." Like, we're adults.
Kind of.
We should act like adults. I don't know like how to say this without expressing like I'm trying to figure out how to show how frustrated I am just like with fandom in general, because this happens with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the way people have picked sides between Chris Rock and Will Smith. You've seen the way people pick sides between Marvel and DC.
Yep.
And you just watch the comment sections on half of this shit and watch people go after each other for stupid decisions they had nothing to do with.
Yeah. Oh, now you even got the Star Wars sequel fans versus the rest of the fucking series.
I will say this at this point. This is controversial. To some people. I think the prequels were better than the sequels.
You know what? You're probably not wrong.
I mean, especially if we're just totaling everything up. The third film is still my favorite out of all of them.
Oh yeah,
so
me
I'm
too.
gonna be biased to the prequels.
Yeah.
But I think overall it was better done.
There was actually like a complete storyline
Yeah.
going through it. If anything, if there was nothing else, it was a complete story.
Yeah. And that was the nice thing is even fans knew what was going to happen. There was the couple extra things thrown in, like him killing a bunch of kids.
There's security footage of him killing younglings.
Like, oh fuck, it's that was the one thing where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, knowing exactly where you're starting and where you're finishing, and you can sprinkle shit in between all the Trade Federation bullshit. But like, I don't know, it's a lot more enjoyable than whatever the fuck those last three were.
Yeah. Now, if we're comparing like each, like the first movie of those and the second movie and the third
Force
movie,
Awakens
you can
better than
have
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, you can do it that way. But
Yeah.
if you're going as a whole, you're right, Ian.
I will say I think Last Jedi is better than Attack of the Clones just because it's boring as dog shit.
I'm not going that route.
I know you're not.
Mainly just to be petty.
And 3 and 3 is an easy one.
Oh yeah, it's
It's way Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith.
There is some cool shit in Rise of Skywalker though.
Yeah. Like the fucking...
Like the zombie emperor is pretty sweet looking.
It was. I just wish...
Like it was stupid.
I wish we didn't get it.
Yeah, but it looked cool.
It looked dope. It was just one of those like, just fucking kill somebody off and actually kill them off for once.
I know.
It's really starting to drive
There's
me
like
insane.
last minute, we need to do something to bring these people back.
Like, and the whole Snoke clone thing really pissed me off. Yeah. Because he didn't look anything like the Emperor.
No, and you build up Snoke to where he's like, yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And nobody.
That was one thing I'm like, you should have at least like given him more of a character before you just like cut
I
him in
remember
half.
people thought he was Plagueis, Darth Plagueis for
Yeah.
the longest time.
And
Which would
that would have been way more interesting.
Yeah. But no.
Or even if he was another one of Sidious's like disciples, that would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
But no, we got some weird shit that
You
just,
cloned his DNA.
Yeah, and like at least make him look like him.
Yeah.
And don't get Andy Serkis to play a CGI character.
I forget this Andy Serkis.
He's fucking everything, bro. He's fucking Alfred. He's Caesar.
He's the monkey.
Yeah, he's
Gollum.
He's fucking Snoke. He's one of the Panthers in... Oh, he directed Mowgli.
You directed Mowgli, yes.
But didn't he also play a character?
I think so.
Dude's been in fucking everything, and he's like the CGI guy. But I think my favorite roles of his are the ones where he's just himself. Ulysses Claw is the shit.
Alfred.
Alfred's
cool.
dope. Yeah. I just think I'd love to see him more.
Yeah, you wish we will in the next one,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That is the only complaint I have from the Batman film on him.
Yeah.
It's just there wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And there wasn't enough of a reason for him to be there either.
For sure.
So,
Well, it was mainly just to up the emo-ness of Bruce with the line, "You're not my father." The typical, "You're not my dad" line.
that felt more like a whiny teenager, like Peter Parker moment with Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
That fit more there than it would.
No, I'm not your father. Then stop pretending to be. He did him dirty, bro. That was his last words to him. To the man.
That one fucking hurt me for a long time.
Those are the last words you say to the man before he gets gone.
I mean, the Charlie Sheen one was fairly rough too. That was more because of Andrew Garfield's acting, and it wasn't like, "Oh, you're not my father." Is, he's like, "Oh, your dad cared for you." He's like, "Well, where the fuck is he?" And I was like, I felt that one.
Breaks the door.
Yeah, that one I was like, I did love the door breaking because he was like, "I'm sorry."
He like gives a look back and then walks off. He fucking died over chocolate milk. That fucking makes me sick. But yes, was getting back to the toxic fandom.
He said, "My uncle's dead, but at least I got my yoo-hoo."
Holding it over his body while he was crying.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, you have to do it for the yoo-hoo.
He has to be one of the best criers on screen, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Tobey Maguire had an ugly cry face.
Oh,
I wish I could do it.
Who's the ugliest crying actor you can think of?
Probably Toby. I mean, I really can't think of anyone
Do you
else.
remember the rumors when Fantastic Four Silver Surfer movie came out? Jessica Alba was told not to cry on screen, and they would just edit it in because she looked too sad while she was crying. I'm like, bro, you're crying.
I've never cried. I've cried while I was happy, but I still look sad.
I mean, I don't think I have a attractive cry.
I don't know I have to cry and look at myself in the mirror while I do it.
My wife has one of the, her cry makes me angry.
What do you mean? You're like, shut up!
So, I feel like an asshole for even saying that. But, I don't know, I hate seeing her cry in general because it's my wife.
Yeah.
But,
keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
I don't know, my wife, it sounds really fucked up. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it, but it's an ugly cry. That's
okay. Like the sound of it? Or the look of it?
More the look, just because, she can't control herself at all when she cries. I feel really bad for her, but, it's just one of those things that's, I don't know if there's such thing as a cute cry, but there's somewhere you're just like, fuck, dude, drives you nuts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I gather your meaning.
Yeah. I'm going to quit before my wife watches an
Kim
episode and gets mad at me.
Kardashian's cry face is ugly, too.
I don't believe her cry face, though.
It looks horrible.
They've even said that she carries tear sticks around on set.
That's
so it's like,
That's surprising.
she does have an ugly cry. See, now that I'm thinking about it, my wife's cry isn't as bad as I thought. Because now I'm thinking of reality TV shows, and those are fucking bad. Yeah. Sorry, babe. But yeah, I don't know. It's bad.
Yeah.
Anything interesting happened to you this week? That's something we completely fucking just.
Oh, we didn't even
blew
fucking.
by.
Yeah, so we're putting that here at the end. Yeah, my week was. You can call it a week if you want.
At least it's better than you telling us
Yeah.
that it was a week.
Yeah. No, not really.
It wasn't a week?
It was a week.
No. What the fuck did you do this week?
This week I worked out. My mom got a new dog last week, so I went over there a couple times and
I can't remember the dog's name now.
Harley.
You fucking name thief.
I didn't name her. My sister did.
That's fine. I get it.
Yeah, she's
It's
a
a
girl
dog.
dog. I call her Holly.
Holly.
Holly. She's cool. So I went over there a couple times this
Should
week.
get her a collar that says puddin'.
That'd be cool.
It'd be dope.
Puddin'. But yeah, that's all I have.
At Hot Topic, they do sell the black and red diamond collars for dogs.
That's
Or probably humans too.
They're probably for humans. They're not even dog collars.
I went to Spencer's and I bought my dog a dog collar, and I thought about that on the way. I was like, are these for dogs?
Property of Mr. J, and it's like a fucking leash and everything. Oh god, that's disturbing, dude. See what Suicide Squad did?
Fucked everything up. You're gonna have dogs, have people walking around with Daddy's little monster.
Oh god. Fuck.
Oh, that did feel dirty in that film.
But yeah, how was your week? I feel like we're at the beginning of the podcast.
We were like, what, like an hour at least?
Yeah.
My week was okay. It was interesting. I just worked a lot. There's so much cleaning to do in the liquor store. It's been the most stressful part of it, especially because like you constantly have people coming in, tracking dirt in, and you're just like, I'm never gonna fucking be able to finish this shit.
Yeah.
But been able to get a lot of shit organized, which feels good.
Okay. I haven't even seen what the inside of your liquor store looks like.
And I'd love to say, hey, come by into the liquor store, but like, while I definitely would appreciate you coming, you don't have you don't have a reason to go to the liquor store, because if y'all don't know, this man is straight edge, unless he gets his hand on some Broken Skull IPA.
And then it's over. I'm taking a sip of that fucking...
I mean, you're more than welcome to always come, especially because on... All right, so quick story. We have an employee at the liquor store, right? He's this older dude, and we have, the Takis hot nuts. So we have those in the store, and one of the other employees, he always gives him shit for eating them, and he's all, oh yeah, you love those hot nuts in your mouth, don't you? He's like, fuck you, dude. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I can't chew them. I have to suck on them because I have dentures. I'm like, that doesn't make it sound any fucking better. It's bad. But I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, we're having tastings at the liquor store this Friday. It's getting worse. We have tastings at the liquor store this Friday and next Friday if you want to come by. You too. It's so bad.
You ruined it by saying bye.
If you want to come. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking. Oh. Are there any last topics you would like to go over?
Besides coming.
Yeah, besides coming. I mean,
Why
I'm sure
you
you
even call that? Why is it called Cum?
I don't know, but it made it to where Come and Go is my favorite gas station because there's like 60 different variations of that name you can do.
Oh, you mean Came and Go?
The hit it and quit it, the ejaculate and evacuate, the pump and dump. You can just go and go.
And no one else. What rhymes with scurry?
Scurry.
Curry and scurry.
I was going to say curry and scurry. I mean,
that's what it's called in India.
I've had curry one time.
I've never had it.
I don't know what the definition of curry is.
It's like if you say like you have hummus. Like, I've never
I know what hummus is.
Yeah.
It's even too white for me at moments.
That ain't white, bro. It's Greek.
I know. Have you ever met a Greek person? They're
no.
Fucking white. Well, I'm saying now.
Oh, okay.
In America.
Oh, okay.
It's all white.
Yeah, it's like
they're hipsters.
Like damn avocados become white.
They have. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, guacamole. Now it's not even called guacamole anymore. It's called guacamole.
Don't make fun of my people. No, I completely.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, like, why is it called cum? I'm gonna look it up.
I really don't know. Like,
people need to know.
It's not an abbreviation, obviously.
No, the people need to know why it's called cum. Why is cum called
coming?
Why is cum called cum?
Why is cum called cum?
What do you call it? Ejaculate?
Yeah. Why is ejaculate called cum?
You get the answer.
Splooge, jism.
Entomologist explains cum, verb and noun, seems to be a modern by 1973 variant of the sexual sense of cum that originated in pornographic writing, perhaps first in noun sense. That doesn't help me at all.
I don't get it either.
Let me see.
I mean,
they lay so close together. They made me much to wonder. I knew not which was whether until I saw her under. Then off he came and blushed for shame so soon that he had, and yet still she lies, and to him cries once more, and none can mend it.
It is one of the one like jism. I don't know where that comes from. Or jism.
First time I ever heard the word jizz was jizz in my pants.
Splooge
is a funny one. Baby gravy.
Baby gravy. How many other names are there for cum?
Cum, ejaculate, sperm, splooge, baby gravy, man juice, the white stuff. I've heard sour milk because it looks like sour milk sometimes.
I can see that. It's chunky.
One time it looked like cottage cheese.
Oh, no, that's fucking wrong. Not that kind of chunky. That's not what I meant.
Let's see. God damn, I wish I could get like a straight answer.
Go slang terms for ejaculate. You do that, I'll look up slang terms.
Okay.
Ejaculate.
How did come rather than come? Why?
Urban thesaurus.
Come means you are becoming someone. Come is when you ejaculate.
Okay. Here we go. Skeet.
Yeah.
You ever heard of wizard wall? Boy pudding. Spunk.
Why you say it that hard?
Girt. Nut. Spoff. Man chowder. Shoot, splooge, baby batter, brogurt, flood, gentleman's relish, crack nuts, burping the worm. I don't get this one. Dog water, pecker snot. Oh my god. Throat yogurt.
Oh shit.
Wang sputum. Scoos.
That's the Asian version. Wang what?
Wang sputum. Like SPUTUM. Scoos. Whack-a-mole. Pop-a-load. Mangoo. Blurt. Custard. Male tears. Meat sauce. Baby batter. Schlode. Face paint. Splooter. Circumjaculate. Man milk. Girl juice. Ghost load. Pajama glue. Cream your jeans. Mayonnaise. Wang tang. Ball glaze. Sheeman. Pop one's cork.
Oh my god.
Spaff. Cream. Man seed. Bone yogurt. Cum bucket. Eel chowder? Firing off some knuckle children? Donkey chowder? Mushroom sauce? There are way too fucking many of these mouthwash.
I guess the reason why it's just called cum is that it's just like coming out.
That's fair.
That's what I'm getting. I just don't know why.
Punch the clown?
What the fuck? Look, I got tears in my glasses.
Bukkake?
Oh, I've heard that. You know what that is?
Yeah. I've watched a couple videos.
Oh, God. I've never watched one. I've watched some pretty questionable shit, but I've never watched them.
Blow a batch. Crack a Ray J on your peep.
What?
Let's crack a Ray J on your peep. Super. I'm not saying that one. Super soak. I'll just let you read it.
After Super Soak?
Yeah. That's fucking ridiculous. Spunky cola. White excitement. Accidental friendly fire. Get your egg off.
Oh, God.
God, dude, there are way too many of these. Dude milk. Hot dog flavored water.
Oh, no, that's what that is?
I guess. I mean,
Wow.
make chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
What is that? That like brings a whole nother like layer of questions as to what
Oh,
hot
man.
dog flavored. Oh, it does look like that.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! If you ever let that water sit for a minute, it gets fucking cloudy.
You're not wrong.
Damn, dude.
That's concerning.
Wow.
Womb glaze.
That's too much.
Load launcher.
That's where I draw the line. What?
Map of Hawaii.
Let's look up a map. Have you ever splooged and it looked like that?
Oh my god.
Hawaii map.
That is so fucked up. Because
Damn.
it's all over the place.
It's not wrong. Because you're like, when it comes out, it like drops here along the way.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I'm gonna try to finish this soon because there are a lot of these.
Pull one out that just fucking grabs you by the nuts.
I mean, some of these are racist, so I'm like, I can't even say these. Read the one under Farm-A-Lot.
Mexican avalanche.
I'm like, not that it's that bad, but I still pickle juice.
Ew.
I don't get the chocolate syrup. What?
What?
Green Lantern?
Okay, these are just getting ridiculous.
They're going all over the trouser gravy. Okay, I can get behind that one. A meat bullet. Flying Carl.
Flying Carl.
RoboCop. What the fuck?
What?
I don't know anymore. Smacked cheese.
What? Smacked cheese?
Yeah. Paint her vulva.
Oh my god.
A spasmgasm. Toss a couple kids at her.
Stupid. How many dead children do you leave on the fucking
I'm not even gonna make a joke. Oh god. Skull and Skeet? What the fuck is Skull and Skeet?
Skull fuck?
Skull like
Yeah.
chew.
Oh.
Like
Skull like the Vikings.
no, that's SKAL.
Oh, okay.
Moist off. Wet Bruce. Melting pearls on my tummy.
What the? Oh my god. Pearl necklace.
That one I know.
Yeah.
Gorilla juice.
Damn. Gorilla glue.
Soggy biscuits. Angel lust.
Biscuits and gravy.
Grizz and jizz.
Grizz and jizz.
Glossy fish. Or Roethlisberger.
Oh. Watson.
Splash Bandicoot. Albuquerque acid wash. No, dude. These are okay. I'm done. Crank that Sarah Palin. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna continue.
You said crank that Sarah Palin.
Oh, I can see my house from here. Oh no, I can see Russia from my house. Are you okay? I have no idea, bro.
I'm looking it up. Wow, dude.
Oh my god.
Well, it's actually a thing.
What?
Just all over Russia from our backyard. Let's crank that Sarah Palin. Now that's international relations.
Oh my god.
Guy 1 walks past girl 1 and girl 2. Girl 1, dude, look at that guy. He's ripped. Girl 2, he could be a knee.
What?
I don't know. I'm not going to even. All right.
Oh god. All right. Is there anything else you would like to go over?
I would like to say, I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that I didn't know there was that many
Oh, I didn't even cover half.
references or names or actions related to the act of
Coming.
It's just something you do.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was slang terms.
Sometimes it happens just out of nowhere.
I will say I have not experienced such a thing. At the
Really?
moment. Yeah, I've never like spontaneously ejaculated.
That's a story for another time.
I've also wait, what? I've also never had a wet dream.
I haven't. Okay.
I've woken up covered in sweat, but I'm like, if the piss has gotten up to my neck, there's something wrong.
I mean, I woke it up with like morning wood.
Well, every day.
And just don't know why.
I just assume it's because I have to pee. I don't know. I have no
It's like a warning. Wake up.
It's like, I'm just extending so I can hold more pee, because pee is stored in the balls.
It is. At least one of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you remember when that was a meme?
Yeah. Yeah.
That died out fast.
I still reference it and it makes me old.
I'm starting to notice a lot of things. Dude, when I check IDs at the liquor store, do you realize how old what year 21-year-olds were born in now?
Like 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking killing me
I
inside.
look at that, I'm like, what?
We're not even in the decade where, like, people turn 21 anymore.
I know. It's wild.
It's sad.
Wow.
Next year's our 10... Is it next year or is that
Year after.
Next year... No, next
2013.
year.
Oh, yeah, next year.
Next year. Is our 10... I have no reason to go. I went there for half a year.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I mean,
gonna
it'd be kind of cool
who
if you showed
the
up.
fuck are you?
Who's this neo-Nazi?
I'll shave my head and everything before I go in.
Wear some, like, Doc Marten boots.
I mean, my regular
Leather
boots.
jacket. Oh, yeah.
It's like you're explaining my regular attire.
Put some red laces on them.
No. That's the line. Oh, speaking of which, I rebought that book, Autobiography of a Recovering Skinhead, if you ever want to borrow it.
I don't read. If you transfer me an audiobook file, then that's fine.
Dude, I tried. I tried to find it on audiobook. Yeah. It's fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not reading.
I love how fucking like, just no, flat out.
I'm not reading unless it's like a script I've read. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, follow us on Instagram. I feel like we need to close out better than that.
So, with that being said, I'd like to thank
Sarah Palin.
I'd like to thank Soldier Boy. I'd like to thank Puddle of Mud, MGK, and Buck Cherry.
I forgot that's how we started this episode.
Yeah, and thank you.
Oh, and go listen to the greatest cover of all time during the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, MGK Aerials, originally by System of a Down.
Yeah, it'll...
You can't blame a guy for trying.
I mean, I can, and I do.
Yeah, I do.
And he did.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
That being said, my name is Anthony Stevens.
Damian Lab.
If you don't mind, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and especially YouTube. Make
Yes.
sure to like, subscribe, comment on all those. Leave us some feedback so we can riff off of some questions from you guys. And
Or if you just roast us.
I mean, that's
we'll
fine
read
too.
the roast comments.
I actually enjoy the roast comments more than most things.
Yeah.
We sit in our own group chat and we just shit on each other for hours.
Yeah, I
At
go
times.
pretty hard sometimes, I think.
I think all of us do, but I think yours are, they touch personal spots for a couple of them.
I know. I've yet to be hit with one that touches me.
I mean, yeah, because it's sexual harassment.
Oh.
And please listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Like, rate, subscribe. Really helps us reach out to other viewers, and we really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.